The other huge news, or big news in tech world today, is the fact that Facebook seems to have overstated by a significant degree one of the specific stats that it relates to video consumption. And what interests me about the story, they say no advertisers were overcharged, but so many people are investing so much money in Facebook video as essentially being the future of TV. How significant was this error that apparently was going on for 2 years?
And could you break it down? I mean, what did they do that overstated video consumption?
So they overstated the amount of time spent on average on videos. And to walk this back, so Facebook counts a video view as any video that is viewed for more than 3 seconds. And when they calculated the average amount of time spent on video, they actually only calculated that average using the people who'd already watched the video for 3 seconds. So it was way overblown. That average obviously didn't count anyone who looked at it for 1 second or no seconds. So this is a big overstatement of the success of video on Facebook's platform. And this is a huge deal for Facebook because video is their top priority when they talk to advertisers these days. This is one of their hottest ad products.
Is it, Brian, do you think it's a big deal for Facebook? Is this going to snowball into a huge Wells Fargo type social media problem?
Well, it's nothing of that scale, I'd say. I'm definitely from advertisers and agency folks who I've interacted with. I'd say the majority think it is kind of a big deal. But let's clarify, because nobody was overcharged. It is a case of Facebook being used. The data was used to inform planning decisions. And when you were deciding ahead of time, gee, should we spend money with Facebook and get some video ads versus YouTube? And it's really not about the TV play. It's more about digital video owners. And literally, Twitter also is a beneficiary here because you would have considered against Twitter, a Snapchat, a YouTube, or other owners with digital video inventory. Facebook looked a lot better. And so on the margins, would it have influenced advertisers, larger advertisers, who by my estimates account for about a quarter of all spending with Facebook? Would it have influenced their budgeting? Yes. And does it cause spending to pull back? Some of the people I've heard from in the industry say, yeah, maybe a little bit. I don't know that we'll notice the difference because Facebook has so many other engines of growth that drive the business. And again, this is primarily impacting in my view, the quarter of the business that is very agency-centric.
What interests me about this story is just knowing the digital media landscape right now. So many different publishers have invested so much into Facebook video, and all these new startups and legacy organizations and Bloomberg, everyone is putting money into Facebook video in some form right now. So will some publishers, Sarah, look and say, we're not as successful as we thought we were at engaging with viewers?
Well, I think the problem for everyone right now is that they're extremely tied to Facebook. They're betting on it. They're hoping that it succeeds. And even if the metrics were somewhat misleading, or very misleading for a long time, these publications that you mentioned have sort of bet the farm on Facebook video being a success. And you hear Mark Zuckerberg going out and saying that Facebook may be all video or mostly video within a few years, that this is really the future that they see. And if you're in the media, that is really where your distribution comes from. And Facebook's newsfeed algorithm will still be prioritizing video and live video for the foreseeable future.
Well, part of the problem, Brian, is that we're entrusting Facebook to not only set the rates, but also to count and to measure the engagement as well. WPP CEO Martin Sorrell says that third-party firms should be given access to measuring engagement. What do you think about that?
Well, absolutely. And I think it still surprises me when I hear from investors or others who say, oh, well, gee, the media owner can provide all the metrics you need. What's the purpose of Nielsen or Comscore or Kantar, which WPP owns more directly? This is kind of why third-party measurement matters. And so, yeah, no, it just reinforces the value of third-party measurement. And it'll arm advertisers with a little bit more of a stronger position when they go to Facebook and say, hey, we don't have the ability to use a third party to measure the time of the view. We can use Nielsen to measure demos, for example, but you're not letting us measure time. So we'd really like to do it ourselves. Thanks.